What's up everyone, it's your friend Justus West, and I'm here with my friends from Guitar Center to check out the PRS SE Custom 2408. Little bit about me. I'm a 7-time Grammy-nominated musician and producer. I've also shared the stage with artists such as Vince Gill, Miguel, Ty Dolla $ign, and even Mac Miller. First, can we just start by saying this guitar is absolutely gorgeous. As far as woods go, we're working with a maple top and a mahogany back for the body. Moving up the guitar, we have a rosewood fingerboard with a maple neck and a wide, thin neck profile. From a visual perspective, it's super capturing. The first thing you'll notice is, of course, the iconic bird inlay from PRS and also this beautiful blood orange color. All right, let's talk electronics. We're working with 2 humbuckers here, the PRS TCIS pickups. You've also got 2 toggle switches here to coil split each pickup, volume knob, tone knob, and a 3-way switch. In total, you can get up to 8 different pickup combinations. Let's get into the sound of the guitar. First, we're gonna start with the bridge pickup and the toggle switches set to humbucking. Now we're going to toggle our first switch here to put the humbucker in single coil mode. All right, let's get into how that sounded. So I really actually care for both sounds. Being in humbucking mode obviously gives you that full and roundness that humbuckers are known for. Switching it to single coil kind of opened up the top end and maybe added what I call a little more breath to the sound of the guitar. It is very important to note though that putting that humbucker into single coil mode did add a little bit of that normal single coil noise that we're all used to as guitar players. Overall, I think both sounds are super usable depending on where you are and what the application is. All right, now let's toggle our 3-way switch up a notch and get into our middle position. Now it's important to note that this position offers a lot of different sounds. We're talking about 4 sounds in one position. Let's go through all of them. Now that we've heard the guitar humbucker, let's flip this first toggle here to change this humbucker to a single coil. Okay, since we already have one toggle switch up, let's just go ahead and flip up the other one, putting both humbuckers in single. Now that we've heard the first 3 sounds, we're going to flip our first toggle switch that we switched up back down to give us a single humbucker. One thing I find most interesting about having 4 sounds in one position is that you can also edit your sound so much by just changing where your hand is. With the flip of a toggle switch and the change of your hand position, you can unlock so many different tones, which I think is very nice. Let me go ahead and give you a quick example of what I mean. Using this guitar in the right way, you can evoke so much emotion in your playing and in your phrasing. Obviously, there's so many options, so the best thing you can do is just experiment and keep flipping switches. Now let's go ahead and put the guitar into position 3. In position 3, we are getting the neck humbucker now. we can flip our second toggle switch to turn that humbucker into a single coil. Biggest noticeable difference is the low end. When you flip that toggle switch, it pulls a good amount of that low end and low mids out. For me, the best use would be in a mix, whether it's in the studio or live. If I'm clashing with any instruments, instead of trying to mess with EQ and all that stuff, I could simply change the toggle switch on the guitar and fix what would probably be a pretty muddy issue. All right, now that I've shown you all the clean, pure tones this guitar is capable of, I would love to show you some dirty tones. For this next progression I'm gonna play, I have the guitar in the middle position with the first toggle switch up, which means I'm humbucking in the neck and single coil in the bridge. Putting this guitar into some high gain really showed another edge of characteristic for the guitar. It's very articulate, and I love the way the top end translates through an amp. To sum up this guitar, I would say it's a must-have for your arsenal. With the 24 frets, you can get way up to the top end, and shout out to this cutaway, which allows you to reach the very top of the guitar. Tone-wise, it's incredible and presents a lot of options, and the neck feels incredible in my hands. If you want to learn more about the PRS SE Custom 2408, go to guitarcenter.com, call one of their expert gear advisors, or just pop into your local GC.